deal with even delaying, but it goes beyond just football. It's a very emotional situation. I think I've done football for 4 years basically, and like it's the reason why we didn't even get here on time. Honestly, like I've not read the story, this controversial, this complex, and you have to combine different sources to get the information. And I think that for me, after explaining a lot of it, I mean, because you're going to understand why probably Madrid should not even do this deal, and why PSG have backed out of this deal because of just one person that Diomande trusted. Diamande's dad trusted with him from the beginning of his career that this is the guy that he can do a job for, because his dad, pass at now, what we know, his dad is in prison. So because gentleman is called Bamba, and he has an academy in Ivory Coast where Diomande was given to for him to train. So Diomande started training with his academy, and he became like quote unquote the godfather of Diomande to help him evolve. Yeah. And the talent was there. So annually, a gentleman that does some annual trials in Ivory Coast called Max Benson does his trials every time. He comes with an agency called the Rainbow Sports Global. They go to Ivory Coast, they pick players and take them to USA and help them there. But they went to Ivory Coast this time and they saw this special talent, Yan Diomande, and they said, okay, they will take him on, but with the agency called Rainbow Sports Global, led by Alex Mofo. So the Alex Mofo is the gentleman that firstly took Yan Diomande to USA. And even that one, because he was, I mean, not legally right to travel or was underage, he had to make him a son.
You had to adapt him, make him like add his names to the daughter's names to travel the gentleman or the young man to USA. They get there, he's under a coaching program. Diomande is evolving, and then this is where the beginning of this guy's complex career begins. Because they link the Rainbow Sports Global have a sister agency in the US also called the GIV Entertainment. And they collaborate with the Rainbow Sports Agency so that they can enable him go for trials in different parts of America and also even in Europe. So just follow the story very, very well. So Diomande gets to US, he's training, he's evolving, he's under now automatically 2 agencies. So the Rainbow and the
Rainbow and GIV Entertainment. With all this going,
but the Rainbow and GIV Entertainment are one entity.
Yeah, but it's that the GIV has more push, or like they have more, leverage with regards to where you are going to be training. And with all this going on, his godfather, the Mr. Bamba guy, is the one that has given the green light for all this to be happening. So he has an agreement with them that all this should happen. Now, cool. So the first time, so if manager can give me the Alexander Murphy guy. Alexander Murphy, he's the guy that really saw the talent in Diomande, and that I will help this guy, regardless of where he's coming from or anything. We are going to take this talent and help him. So, of course, the first time he traveled to Europe, it was on trials with Bournemouth, thanks to the collaboration of the sports, the Rainbow Sports Global and the GIV Entertainment. Diomande was able to travel to Europe to come and have his first trial. So from Ivory Coast to US, now to Europe to have your first trial at Bournemouth. He does very well at Bournemouth because they are impressed and they offer $8 million to sign him and groom him and everything. So because it's a collaboration, they call them Mr. Bamba guy. And because you know what happens. For the first time, the two of them agree, okay, they're not going to let the boy join Bournemouth. They want more money. The Bamba man wanted more money. The agency also wanted more money. The beginning
of the
boy's problems. Okay, no problem. He moves from Bournemouth. Now, because the collaboration with the GIV, they have links in Europe. He goes to Chelsea for trials. He goes to Rangers for trials. Man, if you can give me the Rangers picture. People always see the Chelsea trials one.
He goes, so they were just floating the guy in Europe for trials. And he was good.
He came to Chelsea.
He came to Chelsea. Yeah. And with a Chelsea story, Chelsea really quickly saw that so many intermediaries, so many people involved in his transfer or involved in his dealings. So all they gave the guy was a trial. So this guy has room. Now Rangers, he went there for trial. They offered 500,000. That one was even funny to them because somebody they give me 8 million, I not take. So right from the start, 2 companies or 2 agencies were targeting what? Something big with what? With Diomande. No problem. Now, he has to go back to USA and continue his program. Then they came, because out of nowhere, Nottingham Forest contacts Mr. Bamba. That is the godfather of who? Yan Diomande. That they want him to come on board. They like him. They didn't go to the agency.
Their Rainbow.
They didn't go to Rainbow. They didn't go to Rainbow.
And
they didn't go to
entertainment people.
GIV.
Yeah.
So he's talking to Nottingham Forest. And the deal was good. They didn't ask for any trial for the Yan Diomande. They want him on board straightforward. And then they'll loan him to Olympiacos. He goes there, he evolves there, and he comes back into the EPL.
Because the Marinakis link.
Yes. Yeah. So for how many clubs? And he's not even 18 years. Bournemouth,
Rangers,
Chelsea, Rangers, USA clubs.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest.
The Nottingham Forest deal was a very good one for him.
Did you mention Bournemouth?
Bournemouth, yes. Yeah. Was a very good one for him. So eventually, he couldn't do anything about the deal. He had to leave it for the agents to deal with it. Why? Because they are now, you agreed with them. It was not only verbal, it was contractual, that they will handle everything with regards to the boy. In terms of benefits and bonuses, they'll share with you. It was good at the beginning. Kosi, the guy has gone to see everybody at Olympiacos, seeing the coach, everything. The D-Day for the boy to sign the contract, they're not finding the boy. Mr. Bamba take the boy go Spain, Leganes. Just like that. Now here to a different plot to the story. So they have agreed. Nottingham Forest had all the room to even make this become very legal. But let's even pause that one day. Now he has made the relationship between himself and the Rainbow Global Sports very, 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 very tensious and different. So he moves the boy to Leganes, personally agrees everything with Leganes. Signing on fee, he takes everything. Image right, everything, he takes it. Then, at a point where, look at this. This is where it becomes very interesting. Because it's interesting to know that the Leganes team, the board of directors at Leganes, they were friends, or they had very good ties with the agency from USA. But because of one day they couldn't broker together, they were at loggerheads. So they couldn't come together to even help Yan Diomande get a very good deal. So it was a very bad deal that the man, Mr. Bamba, did for Yan Diomande at Leganes. And because Leganes, they don't care, they took the deal. And everything, the wages of this guy, the man will chop up.
They make the boy
if you give the guy something minimal, something small, something just like that. Now, we are done with, let's say, his involvement from US to Europe and things. The importance of Max Gradel here. This same man, Mr. Bamba, when he was asking or demanding some of the clauses in the contract very early, and it became difficult for him, he went to bring Max Gradel on board.
The former
Ivorian man.
Max Gradel played for Bournemouth himself at a point. Yeah.
Max Gradel also has his own agency now to help him retrieve some of the bonuses that he has agreed with Leganes, and also structure a deal with them now in terms of the image right. So he has evolved another agency with Yan Diomande. This same Bamba guy. Let's see his face, Manu. I mean, people will see the man that in mafia, and this is what has been happening in Africa. This man is the reason. It's happening in Africa.
Oh, I say when you finish, I'll tell you a story. And it be like face to face, like something I see. Yeah. So you finish.
The father has left you with him. Take care of him. The mom is sick. Very interesting family background of the guy. And the guy, apparently, if you go to Ivory Coast, the gangster life, that's what I saw. At the point, some of his moves, quote unquote, fraud boys for coming inside. Crazy story, like him. So he involves Max Gradel in the deal with Leganes to get good money from the image right, the commissions and everything. And Max Gradel helps him. By in helping him, he also agrees that the boy becomes part of what? His agency. Mr. Bamba says, okay, cool. Meanwhile, issues with Rainbow has not been solved. So he has involved the player again with another agency. No, Mr. Adjor is doing very well for Bamba and for Yan Diomande and trying to help him. He helps the guy even get a call-up. Yeah, he helped him get a call-up to what? The national team. So that he can also become what? A national team player. And that is where in January in Morocco, things started changing for Diomande. And Roc Nation started seeing him. So when Roc Nation approached him, they approached him first in Morocco.
Okay.
They didn't go to Max Gradel. They went to Mr. Bamba. With Mr. Bamba knowing that now he has agreed something with Max, he passed the money back, go negotiate plus Roc Nation. So even on preparing for this story, I got to even them said they didn't do that background checks on the guy intensely. They left some loopholes somewhere. So if you watch, fast forward, the guy has not completed one full season before. One full season. But look at the price tag because
how about at Leipzig? How long did he?
I think it's a half season. He didn't complete the full season with them.
Played a season with them.
He did play the full season with them.
Yeah.
Okay. So Max Gradel is not even aware of the conversations between Roc Nation and the gentleman. And this same man again passes back and negotiates with them. And fast forward, the image right conversation comes on board again. And when he agreed everything with Roc Nation, he led that image right conversation with them again. Because he felt like anytime they moved, the image right doesn't favor them. So Roc Nation should come on board and help with the image right discussion. Then the PSG discussion comes in. So Max Gradel was the one that got a deal for Yan Diomande with PSG. And because of the situations with regards to the first club, the first Rainbow Sport, the case had already gone to court. They are trying to solve the cash problem. And Lucio Campos was like, he will help in solving that particular monetary problem behind the scenes as they even signed the boy on board. So it was Max Gradel that was communicating. Even though he knew that now they had Roc Nation on board. Fast forward, Roc Nation also comes and says that, don't worry, we have a deal for you. We can get this for you in England. Because in England, the commissions, look at your image, right? The commissions are very complex. So we can talk to Real Madrid for you. And at this point, at Leganes, something even happened there. Because he was, because of how complex the situation was at Leganes, it was the same Max Gradel who helped you finish all the contract details there. So from afar, you think that Max Gradel is pushing for the demand for wrong reasons, but he has also helped, and on paper, he's also the guy's agent. So out of nowhere, how many agents involved with the guy now? So it's this gentleman called Mr. Bamba, who always, they don't finish with one particular agency, they don't close the deal with one particular agency, and he moves the boy to a different place. So the Roc Nation people that deal with Yan Diomande is the one that is based in UK. Roc Nation spoke to Real Madrid. Max Gradel spoke to PSG. PSG realized that it's not making sense and they've pulled out.
You know, they were actually contacted again by intermediaries that the player could be available to them. both they and PSG.
It can be this bomb. It can be the man.
And they both declined and said they were not interested in re-entering talks because they believe that the players' prime concentration is on Real Madrid. So they refuse. So in the last day, they have been contacted by an intermediary that the player could still be available to them if they wanted to sign him.
So of course it's very, very interesting. And I was preparing for this and I was like, okay, so how does this help the guy as he evolves? So now the case is a cast. It's not yet done. With how many agencies? Like 3 agencies. In terms of image rights, Max Gradel is pushing for some from the guy, same as Roc Nation. So it's like he has 2 agents because on paper he's bound by contract with the 2 of them. And I'm saying that Real Madrid, how are you stressing yourself with this? So the person who has links to Roc Nation as Real Madrid is Juli Khalifa. Not straight Don Perez. He's the one that is doing this deal for them. And Leipzig are asking for their full money. They have negotiated with Juli Khalifa and they are trying to do a deal. So I don't know how Madrid fans will take this. It is just one single man who throughout this boy's career has been cheating the guy and cheating people who help him as agents. Every money that comes to this guy was supposed to go to his academy. And because some academy, they look at some particular money that can go there, then he'll go and bring agents to take the money for him and they'll share. And it's affecting the guy, and the guy does not complain because they give him peanuts until he met Roc. So I feel like Roc Nation came in to save him. But when the man saw the chance that, okay, Roc Nation is here in Morocco, he passed behind Max Gradel, went to negotiate again a good deal for Roc Nation.
But so now what he's ideally caused is he's caused a massive rift between Max Gradel's agency, which is Max Gradel Management.
Good.
And Roc Nation.
Right? Yes. And his agency that he trained there when he was very young.
No, as for that one, I mean, their payments will go to them anyway. They would have gotten payments. But it's looking like, because I'm also looking into the story. As you were going along, I was picking a few things.
Awesome.
And looking into it as well. Now, what the Max Gradel only issue now is that he wants commissions. It'll be money matter. And he has gone to...
He wants compensation. I mean, you should compensate him either way.
They have to get something from it.
So they filed a formal breach of contract complaint with FIFA, claiming that they still retain representation and rights that are owed commissions. Now, the global sports agency, Roc Nation, took over Diomande's representatives earlier in this year.
Good.
Real Madrid and Leipzig have been negotiating directly.
Okay.
Viewing and Real Madrid are only looking to negotiate with Roc Nation because they view them
as the guys.
As the guys should be. So why don't these guys go and sit down somewhere and agree something?
It's power play
between who?
Roc Nation and Max Gradel.
It is the man. Bamba he has become like the person that's distorting everybody everywhere, and people don't know this. So people, if you go to comments from Madrid fans, they get angry at Max Gradel. Meanwhile, the story is this Mr. Bamba Baleka. He's the one that is destroying everything about this guy.
Because Real Madrid are ready. And they said, and it's saying here that they are staying out of the battle.
Exactly.
Waiting for the dispute to clear.
And it won't clear because now it's a court case. So the guy can sign for Madrid and he can even be like Cass is even looking into the story. And I don't know Real Madrid to be a team that evolved want to be in the a very, very controversial signing.
But why are they doing that to the boy?
And this is the man. So this is a true reflection of what happens to most of our players in Africa here. Just one man, playing with so many agencies and the guy.
So I'll tell you a story. So there was this boy. I think he's in either Norway or one of those places now.
Don't mention his name.
Maybe, but you don't worry. Let me talk about the key. So this boy was, really good. You know, when these players are coming up, I think they took him from a Division 2 or Division 3, so one of those teams. When these players are coming back, there's this Alaji godfather in there who buys football boots for them and all those things. So when the scouts saw him, they wanted to know who was managing him. And this Alaji guy said, I am the manager. I mean, he went to do a passport for the boy That he did his passport for him, went to get his card. The boy was having trouble getting his card. You know that
The FIFA card, yeah.
He did a card for him and everything. Now the man this Alhaji guy had to sign a deal on behalf of the boy. Now the deal that the guy brought invariably committed half of the guy's earnings to him for his entire career.
Interesting.
So the guy had to take it to his mom because she had to consent because he was a minor. And his mom was not very educated. So somebody who happened to be buying food from the mom said, oh, mama, like, you know, he was like, oh, my bad say anything. And the mom was like, nah, this is a crazy.
You've reminded, like, you know, say his deal that didn't happen to Nottingham Forest is even lucky.
Yeah.
Because they signed some stuff. It was the man that forged the mother's signature.
I mean, how can you do that?
Can you imagine? So imagine the deal went where he played. The boy is in trouble.
So I go,
Allegedly.